Easy. Senna, of course, in the McLaren Honda, as we ride with Alesi. Semi-automatic gearbox, his hands very high on the steering wheel. Changes gear by flicking the levers that are underneath the rim of the steering wheel. You may just see his hand grip as he goes down through the gears into the right-hander at racetrack hairpin. And the Ferrari is very, very unsteady over the surface of this track at Adelaide. I was watching it this morning, and it was pitching and bumping about all over the place. And watch Alesi's head. It's just as though he was riding a motorcycle. He pushes his head right over to the left or the right as he's going round corners. There you are. Now, this is Wakefield turn, second gear, 70 miles an hour. That was East Terrace Bend, now Flinders. The provisional two front rows of the grid, 20 minutes into the session, and it'll probably change. Patrese in pole position, Senna second, Schumacher third, Nigel Mansell in fourth position, but I've got no doubt that he'll go quicker as Alesi goes through Brewery Bend, down the Brabham Straight. That's where all the problems were last year in the race when it was so wet. And down in the pit lane, Jackie Stewart is talking with Ferrari consultant Niki Lauda.
Now, we have to recognise that it's not been the most successful season for Ferrari.
No, it was not at all, and from my point of view it was quite clear for the beginning of the year, because I started working here as the whole management more or less changed in Ferrari by the beginning of the year. Unfortunately, the car was not competitive. As you know, you can't change things through a season in a quick way to make sure that you're suddenly up front. So we've done all the decisions this year to make sure that next year everything is different. We employed a new designer for Ferrari, John Barnard, who was originally involved in the McLaren success. He's working on a new car which will be ready for the beginning of the season. So all the decisions we took this year, you will see next year in March or in February when the season starts, the Ferrari will be competitive again.
And that is really good news, because everybody who is a Formula One racing enthusiast, no matter what their nationality, wants to see this constructor, Ferrari of Maranello, back at the top, following its old tradition. It's Senna fastest, Patrese second, Mansell third, Schumacher fourth, Berger fifth, and Andrea De Cesaris sixth, as Alesi spins to a standstill.
Nigel Mansell, who, as Murray says, went quicker this morning, but what Senna will have found out is the circuit is probably going to be marginally quicker than it was this morning, and Alesi seems to be getting
a record that is shared by himself and Ayrton Senna, and we're with Alesi. This is a replay where we're with Alesi now, and he's lost it. You can see the scenery spinning round, and a masterly recovery by Jean Alesi, who held it, spins to a standstill. He's kept the engine going and angrily forces the car back onto the circuit again in a series of slides. That happened, I would say, almost inevitably.